Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore, and today we are understanding Jada Yoga. Jada means that getting stuck into a mental conflict or suddenly becoming clueless or going blank. So in this Jada Yoga, a person will suddenly lose the cognitive understanding of the situation and will go blank. Many situations are like this because sometimes people might go through a shock, a traumatic shock, and suddenly go blank. Or people, because of fear, because of anxiety, attending examinations, might go blank. Or people, when they go into public seminars or meetings where they need to present something, they see the audience and they go blank. People who are performing, like they need to perform a drama, a stage act, or you know they suddenly go blank. When do they go blank and when they do not? Let us understand, because if I am telling about a yoga, that means in that particular planetary period or the sub period, only then you need to take the cognizance of this yoga. Do not simply take the yoga that it is going to happen throughout life. No yoga will give a person anything beneficial throughout life. The same yoga will also have a dosha also. That is, the planet placed in that particular position will have 50% good, 50% bad, sometimes 70% good, 30% bad. We need to understand that, and that you can understand by experience, by going through charts for a long run. So let us understand this particular yoga. We need to have the second lord. See, the second lord is of prime importance and the second house is of prime importance. This is actually known as the house where you feel where you are. So how come the second house is so important? The first house is the crown of your head, and the second house has all the most important parts of the face: the eyes, the nose, the tongue, the ear. Ear actually goes into the third house, but let us take these three: the eyes, the nose, the tongue. All this is here, and more importantly, the prefrontal cortex, that is the emotional quotient, where we have empathy, sympathy, where we feel that we should be humble, sudden aggression, the other way around also. When there is no empathy, sympathy, that means he is rude, cruel, aggressive. All that comes from the prefrontal cortex, the Sahasrara, which bends in front. So that is why the second house is to be reckoned for this yoga, because whenever you sit in the exam or you are having a problem to solve, you will hold this point. You will do this. You will give a massage to your forehead. Why? Because that is the place where you are actually trying to put all your energy and trying to focus. So that is the house of focus, and that is the house where you have the immediate memory or retrieving. So let us not go into too much of science. So that is why the second house is referred and the second lord is important. The second lord in the 10th house conjunct with Malefics. The first most important criteria is the second lord. I have given an example of Simha Lagna, that is Leo ascendant. The second lord, oh, I gave this Simha Lagna, is it? In the 10th house, sorry. This is now correct. The Cancer ascendant, the second lord becomes Sun, and the second lord is in the 10th house. Though it is exalted, it is sitting along with Saturn and Rahu Ketu axis. Think of this. The second lord, this is the second house, and the second lord is Sun. It is posited in the 10th house, and it is having a malefic influence of Rahu, Ketu, and Saturn. So yesterday was an eclipse, and you know that Sun Rahu, Moon, Ketu, they were all in one axis. And these types of yoga happen when things happen like that. So if it was same Cancer ascendant for yesterday, children born, the horoscopes have to be checked whether this particular yoga of Jada Yoga is there. So there is the second factor is that our second house is posited along with Sun and Mandi. Sun is taken into reference here. And what is Sun? Sun is being conscious or consciousness. Please, forgive my spelling mistakes if it is there. So it is being conscious. And Sun, when it is hit by a dark planet, we call it as Rahu Grasta Surya. I have done a class on Rahu Grasta Surya. I will attach it to today. So, and also Mandi, we call Mandi as the Upagraha, the satellite of Saturn or the satellite of Yama. But here I have taken directly Saturn. I have not taken Mandi. Mandi can be calculated. You get it through the computer software. You know where Mandi and Gulika are posited. So if Mandi and Sun are posited in the second house, wherever in the chart, whether it is this is the ascendant and Sun and Mandi are here, then again Jada Yoga is applicable. The third point is fully referring with regard to Sun, and I have given that example only. If Sun and Saturn are in the second house with Rahu Ketu axis. So I have not put the second house here, but I have taken the second lord. So if I change the ascendant, here, if I put it to Pisces as ma'am told, Sun and Saturn in the second house, the same thing, Rahu Ketu, it gives excellent progress, good money, excellent stature, all that is fine because Sun is very strong here. But it can also give you Jada Yoga. That is, Jada Yoga does not mean that the person is characterless or the person is not successful in life. Please don't take this Jada Yoga as a total negative yoga. It is a yoga where temporarily, because of that particular period of planet, a person will lose his conscious awareness of the situation, and because of that he might take some decisions which he might regret in the future. That's all. So if a person is having Jada Yoga, you should see what are the planets which are causing the Jada Yoga, which is the second lord, which is the second house, and what are the planets sitting in the second house. And these are the planets which are to be observed, and in those periods of time you need to show caution. So thank you very much for today's class.